Alright, semifinals, tier 2 cup it is indeed, and it is BOBERS, Aljosa and Jhiaxus here from the south side with the allies versus yes, the CrispyCream it is with the OKW with Radu here as the fellow Oster, I guess. And BOBERS bring in some classic cons here and sections, let's say. The contrary Brotherhood of Steel with the double Pioneer and the Grenadier. And it is indeed also Folks Grenadier, so no Fusiliers, no Doctrines chosen yet, but Aljosa with the Vanguard operations, it seems. So that's very fair enough. Could bring in some handy skill planes here for the late game. Pretty sure Crossfire would be very proud of his choice. Because there's gonna be decross Mandos with the Crossmando forward logistic glider plane, of course. Which is even better, right? With the nasty skill planes as well. That can be a very strong doctrine, especially in the later game. Yeah, I guess there won't be a sniper, at least for now. But delayed cap of the fuel, going rather 40 BP here straight away. Posting some weak pressure upon the section. Section might be going for the cutoff, I guess. And Jhiaxus with some nice wiring, of course. Section is really winning that engagement here, though. Honey is doing not too bad here with the low model count, so it's quite fortunate indeed for the Axis here. Bring in the force. And Jhiaxus will indeed going for the VP. Also not falling for that Kübel here. Trying to snag the cutoff. But now just falling back for the ammo cutoff. That's gonna work out as intended anyways, but it's gonna be the ammo instead, I guess. Oh. I guess. With a little bit of a misplay, but indeed it will be the ammunition, and there is the UC here for the Oster. Bring in some help here, dealing with the infantry of course. With the KD and everything, so that's always nice to see. And there is indeed the upgrade as well with the VKSK. There's as well the landmine here for Jhiaxus already on the VP side. And it's gonna be the dead Kübel here. Yesha with the play upon Kübel from the Axis, of course. So the UC with some decent impact already here. Also quite low here HP wise. Just wanna fall back here for some repairs. There is no engineer yet. Maybe Jay could land a hand with the engineers. Presenting the very middle, and I guess that's gonna be the plan here. Comms are running hot for the fellow teammate, getting in the repairs after all here. And trying to mess up here, but Pioneers are quite well here in the green cover, so he's gonna go back to the fuel, I guess, since there will be the next wave coming in very soon, I'd say. UC is repaired. Back into combat. The that one. It brings some useful side here as well. But yeah. Again, quite critical low here in terms of any AT possibly coming in for the UC, but now it's gonna be the AA and the 222. There's no Raketen yet or anything for the OKW dealing with the UC. But the 222 indeed can be just enough here to make the play. But of course Aljosa now with the Royal Engineers here with the snare possibly able to protect his precious unit.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
He keeps it around very closely enough.
The AT gun you ordered is ready.
And will be the A of course as well. For both the allies and the Axis, so quite the amount of light vehicles, I'd say. It's a snare. Engineers on the run, and I guess that might be the end here for the UC, I'm afraid. Aljosa is also gonna set up just behind, so gonna be aiming. Okay, aiming in the end as well for the UC, so it's a UC down. I'm missing the shot as well. So yeah, 222 is gonna make it out very alive here. And 2 Ds are in for the middle DP so far. Guess quite the even start for both, but with the loss of the UC now, I guess they're possibly having here the edge over the British. And Aljosa might be bringing in now a section or something for dealing with the advantage here of the Axis player, of the Austria player with the infantry. Also having in already 2 pioneers, that's interesting. And a Pack 40, okay. I guess that's very thoughtful units here for the later game. And also for the possibility of getting, I guess, attacked here by the AA. And the 6-pounder's been very deep here, coming in for the 222, but there's 2 grenadiers behind. It's quite dangerous indeed. Especially with the LMG. Some 6-pounders gonna live. Might have to fall back to the base here for some refreshments. Gia so far with some decent map control as well on his very side. There is as well the mortar pit for the British. Can be a decent choice here, but with the UC being lost, also somewhat lacking the units for the defense, I'm afraid. Yeah, at least the mortar pit is not too aggressive. There's also the double pioneer from the Austria, so actually with the flame is already being readied, so it can be indeed also dangerous in terms of pushing the mortar pit, I'm afraid.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Gia so far very well. Trying to utilize his AA. Captain is ready in the end here as well. And we have the forward glider coming in. Guess so manpower saved. Instead for some commandos, I'd say. And the 2-2 died, I guess, to the pack. To the spawn, of course.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
That's interesting rough grenade here. Section was long gone, I'm afraid.
A capture point is being overrun.
Mimes and pops off. Doing too much, just
Our capture point.
triggered here by the mortar pit, of course. Have the guards for Jhiaxus as well. With the Zis gun, so that's quite a lot of units here already for the timing. And so with the mortar, that can come in handy. It's gonna be the triple mortar. Victor is ready and I guess already aiming for the mortar pit here. Going to help the fellow Austria teammate.
Your commandos are ready.
It's always a good target, I guess, for clearing off a specific unit. Sitting at that can definitely help a lot. And yeah, Gia now taking over the middle as well while being very able to defend the ammo. And the mortar hit with another barrage here, firing back at the leak for the defense. Mando is ready indeed. I toss him. Grenade, but Grenadier with the dodge just in time. Very nice mortar shot. The Soviet mortar here, forcing back the Fox Grenadier with just the very HP damage. And indeed we have the 7-man cons already being out here for Jhiaxus, who just will bring in the T-34 for securing the cast side, I guess. No aiming for the Soviet mortar. Historically placed here behind the horse, some sort of protection. Still getting shot at somewhat effectively. He's coming in as well, but this of course the button and the ground attacks, I guess, as well. Now the other AA will be following up or not. It's been changed. He gets decrewed. It's from the mortar, but yeah, it's just the next British coming in.
We're losing a capture point.
Yes, the mortar is gone. The league is gone, of course. And for possibly with the dive, but calling it off. You're just playing it safe, I guess. Possibly a little bit scared here of any mining. Not willing to throw his armor.
The enemy's in trouble. Our hammer tactics are ready.
Yeah, for now the mortar pit really doing a decent job here for Aljosa, I'd say. Also nice to see here Crispy very busy repairing the leak here with the Pioneers, spending their time. And this commander could have wiped maybe those Pioneers, but it's now coming in the MG42 instead, but it's gonna live, it seems. Really wait up here for the setting up of the MG. Six pounder, so we're ready with the bad one here, ready for the command P4 of course. Motor is indeed quite low. Jhiaxus but makes it out alive, so that precious veterancy is definitely saved. Rough grenade, but not with too much impact after all. And finally the guards are pushed off for the allied ammunition. But there will be in the DT-34 coming in. Taking out the AA, I'm afraid. Yes, Jhiaxus now found the confidence here for going deeply into that side. Taking out the precious unit here. In the OKW, of course. Aljosa's not really giving up here upon for the VP on the hilltop side, of course. Our allies still a little bit behind with the VPs now, but game so far is quite even. Patty is ready. Get a decent volley here upon the ex-infantry. This comes in with a quite surprising attack, I guess. Yes, opportunity is somewhat gone here. Could still, I don't know, try to get those overs maybe, but will be now some units coming in, I guess, for the mortar pit. Incendiary is out indeed. But they're coming with some real decent shots. Combat with the wipe upon the overs. Very decent first shots. Guess that's quite the dream of a unit to have early on. League also gets abandoned yet again.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement. Under fire! Air support is coming as requested.
Left with quite the first shot here. With decent kills. Might take actually down in the end here the mortar pit, and it's actually already with the deep dive here upon the command P4 with the successful ground attack here through the snow, and the wipe also upon the grenadiers with the skill planes.
An emplacement is being attacked.
Everything seems just to bounce and miss the combat. It's quite the heaven for the British player here. Obviously also the skill planes doing a great job. Combat already with 16 kills, so nothing to complain about that unit. Just at 16 kills in about, I don't know, 2 minutes I think. So yeah, it's definitely something. And also these skill planes with another wipe, finishing off the Pioneer. Yeah. That's shocking indeed. It's the Comet blessing, I guess. Well, at least Toton, you're not as unlucky as this offset player, I guess. Comet can hit actually different. Look at both shots. It's another 2 decent kills coming in, and units are off to the base. Yeah, combat here with the skill planes, quite the turnaround in this game. And there is Caddy with decent targeting here. Almost finishing off at Raketten. Still with some decent damage indeed, and it was going in, and yeah, the Comet with the final devastating shot yet again. And it's never missing its target though. Left taking out the engineer, trying to repair that. Crashes that free. Mortar pit, I guess. But yeah, this Comet is quite the chat, I guess. It's a menace to deal with, indeed. Meantime, Jhiaxus indeed with the Camos. Well, there is the very decent 80 wall here. Oh, P4 makes it out with the combat blitz, of course. Combat will be just ready to go back into the fighting with the Blastage, I guess. We're just gonna take out another league here. Or another unit, I guess.
The Tactical Air Force is sending support.
And next skill planes indeed coming in for Yosha here, I guess. With some decent damage already. With the Phosphorus shell here. Guess trying to get those human bombs out here eventually, but not succeeding with that.
Ready for instructions.
And we have the base Caddy Barrage, it seems, but it's no real target, I'm afraid, for that one. And yeah, Comet back in the service with another model down and a Fuchs Grenadier on its knees already, and I guess it's gonna be another Fuchs Grenadier on the run. Comet just managing to fend off anything coming in from the Oster. But there is indeed also another left barrage. But it's not aiming anymore for the mortar pit with the 10 kills. Good hit indeed. I'm very lucky, those engineers here. And yeah, another Comet is out, so that one is also as blessed as the first one. Then Auster player's gonna have some real issues here. I guess the Comet is just gonna one-tap the units. Yeah, Comet might be just defending here the left-hand side. Meanwhile, this Comet about to go in again. Almost with the vet too. Both Comets about to come in. So there is, I guess, possibly the snare here in the Gran. So there is another bounce as well. It's the snare though quite late. I'm trying to finish off, I guess, the left. And to the getting wiped. It's from the guards here, maybe with a grenade. Combat going in again, but that's quite scary. There is now the Pack 40 war ready for service. Nintendo Jhiaxus setting up the base siege, I guess. Well, finds a double rack. Losing his before, I'm afraid. Going in here without any sight blindly, definitely having a consequence, I'm afraid. There is the Panther. This Panther could be the combat tank, here maybe. Next laughs out. Yes, aiming somewhat maybe for the pit yet again. Yeah, I'd say the skill planes with the Comet turning really around the game here for the British player. Tank out here. Yeah. Another Gran. Not doing too bad. And this as well. Yet again the skill planes. It's coming in. Is the crude Panther gonna live, I guess. But she might wanna finish off here the Schwer, I guess. Could be the plan here. This is also really struggling with the repairs, of course. But even the tier 3 body Austria, I'm afraid. Gonna be that rare, I'm afraid. Yeah, also with the left, but also with the push, being very aggressive. It's about to finish off, I'm afraid, that left here, but Comet's also with the devastating shots here. 31 kills it is, 13 for the other one, and there is the surrender here, I'm afraid. Yes, there is no comeback from that. Also just the third Comet coming in. Auster with no armor at all, just 2 units being left, I'm afraid. It's not really the armor composition you want to have at the 30-minute mark. So the OKW with some losses, of course. And yeah. Decent kills as well on the mortar for Jhiaxus, I'd say. Overall, lots of veterancy for his units, and yeah. Jhiaxus infantry also very well and alive, not having too many casualties, but some engineers, Motipit, doing greatly. Indeed, but yeah, I guess especially the comets having very good time in this one. Caddy with 12 kills as well. So game goes obviously before the BOBERS. Yeah, great KD, 40 Brit versus the Austria. So it also with the positive KD, so obviously with the construct doing very well as well here in the end. It's not really able to find the correct response. Looking also far behind here with the army value and was Alice just getting away here, finishing off the game. And yeah, of course also Jhiaxus very greatly with the map control during the entire game, making here the difference for his teammate as well, I guess. And the opponent. Game 2. Bit of steel now from the south side with the Soviets. CrispyCreamCookie and Radu with the British versus Aljosa in the cast side with the OKW bringing in Fox Grenadiers and Jhiaxus as the Austria. Straight away with the MG42 for the open. Facing off here the British with the section and the Soviet with the conscripts in the caster side. There may be allies is gonna be the play here for the Romanian team to come back into the game, I guess.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
And it's gonna be all but conscripts for the Soviets. No early engine as well, but the UC for the British. And there's gonna be the MG42. Jhiaxus just ready to cap the cutoff. Pioneer squad with the fuel. No sandbags at all. For the Brotherhood of Steel. No, for the BOBERS so far. Interestingly. This first VP is gonna be in allied hands. The allies with some sandbagging so far. In a decent position here on the hill side. And in another section here as well. UC is ready. And Consul also just prepared to defend the caster side. So far the allies, I guess, with good start here. Now very late, starting to cap, I guess, their base point here. But instead of the resources, I guess, having the VPC is maybe better choice, I'm not sure. Could be. Would have been the Axis maybe with the double VP, but we preferred in the end the resources, and there's gonna be as well the sniper here for Jhiaxus, who might just gonna lose his Pioneer. He's going really deep for that. And it's gonna be a section down as well. Not realizing, like during the UC here, I'm afraid. So it might also go down, I'm afraid. Yes, it does, I'm pretty sure. So that's a very tough start for the Brit. Throwing him 2 units straight away. So I guess Jhiaxus will be very easily able here to capitalize on that one with the sniper. Yes, well, very decent coordination here from Aljosa coming to the middle with the rotation. Otherwise, I guess the UC would have lived eventually. And there is indeed the 2-1, but rather as a late unit overall. We play already with the snare, so safe in that regard. And it's probably gonna live, I guess. There's no follow up. Model snipe in the retreat as well. And there's indeed the snare upon the 2-1. And another snare. But I guess Consul could be able here to take out the 2-1, I guess. Doesn't have another snare to go, I'm afraid. Actually, also very in danger. I guess 2-1 is gonna live, but it's gonna be the dead Volksgrenadier here instead. So that's definitely also coming in handy here for the Soviet. With the tech now here for the tier 1 and of course the airborne troop tactics. Yeah, it's a tier 2 of course, and the assault regiment for the British. Of course it's elite armor since there's the 2-1. Take a while here for the 2-1 to be paired yet again as well, so it definitely gives the Soviets some time here. Bring in back the units, I guess. Yeah, let's the attempt to salvage, but engineer is there. The flamer. Okay, now are the numbers from the OKW. And the Aussie sniper with just 1 kill. And Brits just coming over here to help the teammate. Maybe not really willing to deal here too much with the Oster player. Trying, I guess, to wipe here another Volksgrenadier. But Nisha with the percussion grenade, he's saving his unit. Being able to fall back. Already we have now the VP advantage for the Axis. And the heavy Dushka is in. It might help greatly for defending the castle side, I guess. And also for dealing with the 2-1, and that's just loading in AP rounds, but 2-1 is long gone already. And Pioneer dies here eventually to the section as well. It's definitely a setback here for Aljosa, losing the 2 units, so for Aljosa and the British here with some losses already into this match. I guess manpower wise, of course, Aljosa with the more pricey losses here in the end. For the UC, of course, costing a little bit of fuel, but being too much to be mentioned as well. As well as mines here upon ammunition for the allies, so it's not really looking well for them right now, resource wise and VP wise, but maybe somewhat a commando can turn around the tides here as well for the British player. And he actually gets here, eventually gets behind the MG42, I guess. Yeah, we have some SVTs out already. MG42's on the run. Seems it has to actually coordinate here for the heal, but is indeed now the commandos coming in as well. Oh, 20 a little bit in danger. Oh, no reloading for the AP. I'm not sure about that. Takes a while. 2-1 also able to deal some more damage here in the end. Could have been a fatal flank here for the Evdushka in the retreat, but Jhiaxus just going back here for the capturement of the cutoff, I suppose. And Mando is in now. And again, there's the smoke. It's definitely a decent play here. Jhiaxus on the run yet again. Sniper, I guess, is gonna make it out very live. And MG42's coming up as well here as a backup. And Sniper with another fatal shot here. And so the commando is eventually just gonna fall back to the base. Not too much impact here so far, but is indeed aiming for the sniper and almost finishing it off as well. That's useful for the allies here in the middle, just trying to hold their very 1 DP here. Sniper being gone. One's not doing too bad in the close range combat, but this indeed the STG. Well, that's always tough to deal with as well. Yeah, we have the leak out by now. Aljosa, but I guess for the heavy Dushka, there's no mortar pit or anything quite yet. But it's looking really well for the Axis, of course. They have quite the VP lead and I guess somewhat ammunition lead as well, though view-wise allies should be somewhat fine, I'd say. Just gonna bring in some armor very soon here. Maybe it's gonna be combat likewise. Yeah, yet again. Cast aside you, I'd say. Incendiary grenade goes out, forcing back here with success. He just section here being quite fine, dealing damage to the MG, of course, from the green cover, and getting suppressed.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Dushka to fall back here in time. Gonna set up though yet again the AP rounds, but it's yet again taking a while here for the suppression to come out, so I'm afraid almost gets decrewed here because of that decision. Used to be really loving that AP rounds for the damage, I guess. Yeah, nice usage here. The smoke flare, based upon having here the pyrotechnic supplies.
Attacks are ready for use.
Jhiaxus with the rifle nade, but play here with the dodge, of course, and there is the red flare coming in. And you might get decrewed, indeed, from the section. So there is the utility shot from the sniper. I think that's probably still that MG42 here. I like decrewed one, yes it is. With the veterancy from these sections, definitely deadly eventually, but Aljosa should be just able to grab it back. Should be safe here, and we have the mortar pit now as well coming in. And it's gonna be T-34 versus a P4 here. The castle side. British player with the hammer out already. With the suppression, but there's the leak firing, so I might have to fall back already. In time, Radu always going, of course, here for the contestment. Get a VP, that's important if they don't want to lose this game here too early on. Now with the triple VPD cap on the entire map, always interesting to see.
An anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
And there's the bomber for Jhiaxus, of course. And the tier 3. Also thankfully supported here by the few catch, which somehow 4 infantry killed, of course. Might with the fleet, I guess. Sniper will come in. 40 cap. Or if that sniper gets revealed, yeah, it was a bad idea, I'm afraid. Indeed. Especially as the first unit versus the T-34. Combat engineers, nice though, but yeah. That's how easily you can raise the sniper, just trying to cap that with that one. The VP is definitely a very risky thing to do, especially in the middle. But yeah. It's a coordinated barrage as well for this, but this is gonna just to the sides and set up yet again. Access will get in the VP yet again. The VP lead is gonna be on, but the sniper is also here, just a tool for Jhiaxus, I guess, for the side around the middle to seems to be more interested into the side here of the map. Indeed. Rather straightforward here, aiming for the middle. But Aljosa is back within the cast as well, with some contesting, though. So T-cons are just throwing up behind, so it's gonna fall back, makes it out alive though. There's the elephant as well for Jhiaxus. We might see that one later on, I guess. Engineers sent 4 back here and trying to win the close range engagement. And now that's gonna be the combat as well. We built with the first armor here in the end. Commander is ready as well, but go back here with the rapid maneuvers.
There's a comet tank ready to go.
It's an off the shot, I'm afraid. And indeed not going for the caster side as well. 34 and this will come over here for that one. And Aljosa really following back here, noticing that. And they're coming with a decent first shot here as well, but not able to follow up. So that was enough here, I guess. And yeah, but the Pack 40s is set up in the end as well. Got to get that Brumba somehow. Would help a lot, I guess, for controlling the middle. The mortars. Sending in another mortar barrage. Not the heavy one. So we're just in range here. And Aljosa rotating yet again to the middle since there's the T-34 on the caster side, but possibly to his surprise versus this, and as you know, in the middle as well. Commando coming in, express, but indeed just blocking the decap for a brief moment.
Our forward position has been destroyed.
And also nice dodge here with the section out of the trench. There is the barrage coming in as well with the red flare here. These are neutralized, or I guess the allies will get them back into their hands here.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
This will be ready. So decent connections for the Bomber. The smoke shot here. And we have the Wolf coming in as well, like aiming for the Zis, I guess. Yes. Allies might need some AA here. And AA, I guess it's gonna be out possibly very soon. Setting up another shot for the T-34 as well, but go back here in the end. But yeah, that's gonna delay a little bit the repairs here for the T-34. Yeah, see, I guess allies are somewhat back into the game. They managed to stop the DP bleed for them. A nice mortar shot. Almost finishing off that Sturm Pioneer. Luckily, commandos are already on the run as well. And yeah, which always still trying to contest at DP here. Combat so far, guess just doing regularly rather bad maybe. Like in the game 1. But you can definitely tell, missing most of the shots here, I'm afraid. Yes. With the first model going down, I'm afraid. And yet again missing another shot. Coming in for the mortar, but mortar is gonna live. is now the caddy for the allies. Yeah, Aljosa with the KT, of course. We also have a land mattress finishing off a pack 40. Also just finish off the other one. The help of the caddy, maybe. This caddy is not gonna anything. So far also quite struggling with penetrating the KT, I'm afraid.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Yeah, and eventually both ATGs of Jhia are decrewed. And guys eventually in the middle here from Jhia, maybe not realizing about the very unit. Who knows? Could be also the UI bug from this map. Yeah, need to. So the satchel here, pack 40 is gonna die. At least it's not gonna fall back into the hands of his opponent here, so he will have an easier time. Nice shot from the T-34, but also the mortar pit, I guess. So now there is yet again the VP bleed upon the allies. Coming in again. Shot MG might die actually here. Yeah, Panzer following up, finishing off the MG and very well. He wants to have that MG actually, it's interesting. Yeah, the combat with the rather deeper dive here. And you might die, I guess, yet again. Yeah, there is the smoke from the commando. Save the MG42, first fellow teammate, so that's a nice coordination. No, I don't remember, I was just guessing, because it was looking weird. Another trust coming in, finishing off a Volkswagen here, I guess. Russia didn't realize here, retreating then in panic. I think there's also the Werfer, maybe aiming for the Matress here, but not with any success. And I guess Combat and will be going in yet again with the bounce though, with the double bounce, yeah. Allies definitely with the comeback somewhat. And just finish off at the squad gun, yes. Some nice usage here. Off indeed the phosphorus and Aljosa trying to pass through it. Just walking into the light gammon bomb, I'm afraid. That's down another unit here for him, I'm afraid. And quite a lot of infantry. But now also, as you can see, allies with the advantage here in terms of the army value. bring it quite decently back into the game. But with a lot of fuel but not manpower to bring in the tank, I guess. We have another Werfer barrage coming in as well. Before this is the attempt here to dive it, but there is the Grenadiers after all. Still the middle VP is very neutral, so team really taking its time. Also, with no attempt upon testing here the other side. Neither is the British player, I guess. The light gun bomb coming in. So, Cody is gonna live, and there is the elephant now. Ready finally. Yeah. Allies anti-access with some decent units out here. The allies have a little bit the edge here with the infantry. You can feel that superior number of infantry units. Riding like somewhat the intel, I guess, for pushing the allies, the axis back here as well. Finding the Brumba now. When it turns around, but there is indeed double bounce as well. And we have creeping coming in, though. Yes, it's gonna finish off Hedra Captain, I'm afraid. Again, another unit down for Yoshi, I'm afraid. There's also the D crew here of the 6-pounder. It might be able to finish it off, I guess, but it's somewhat scared here. 85 really busy with the KT, I guess. It's gonna be a Stuka, it seems, for Yosha. Instead of some more mainline infantry. It's only 2 mainline infantry units being left. Soviet with a lot of resources in the bank. Yeah, there's some elevation issue here, as you can see. That's why. Can't hit the trench because the trench is somewhat below. That's why there are so many misses. It's another classic story here of playing Eindhoven, which is not a flat map. We'll be back into the combat now. Yeah, he's coming in at 2-2 for some reason. So we're trying to finish off at Raketten here. KT securing over here the middle. With aiming to the exit here of the base, finding nothing. The Axis losing another pioneer, I guess, to the heavy barrage from the pit with the 20 kills, so yeah, that's very decently played out so far. And we have the next Crisp barrage coming in, or somewhat aiming here for the area around the middle EP and Is Jhia not realizing, just walking into it, but hitting P4, taking out here the engineer for the middle. And coming in, and there's yet again another trench. And we have another coordinate barrage on the MG42, but yes, MG42 is gonna live. Just retreating in time. Yeah, the allies now indeed rather low on VPs. Yeah, indeed floating a lot of resources. Jhiaxus is quite low on manpower right now. But CrispyCream is pop capped indeed. Oh, to go with the pen here. Hitting with the mist. The T-54 might have lived anyway in the air, not sure. T-52 might die from Jhiaxus, I guess, with delayed revert. That's gonna miss. Okay. It's fortunate. And another red flare barrage coming in. Coordinated fire this. Nice, we'll get their hands here. And to lives again, so that's very lucky Oster player. Very unfortunate for the allies, missing over shots upon the 2-2. Instead, there's gonna be 17 pounder, so allies willing to play with lead game here, I guess. Across the middle. Also willing to play the passer style, trying to dig down their opponents, I guess. With the attrition. Yeah, Weapon will be ready very soon. Yes, indeed, with a lot of units. Also with the 17 pounder. Which I think is not revealed yet at all. Someone will be going in, I guess. Probably for taking out the 2-2 here. Oh yes, it does. It's a pretty good kill here for the allies as well. Another unit down for Jhiaxus. The 70 pounder might be revealed now.
An emplacement is being attacked.
It's aiming for the MG, I guess. The power is turning around. There's no intel indeed. Oh. I've maybe gotten a shot out here, possibly. And there is Aljosa in the castle now yet again with the P4. Finding though the mine here. Finishing off though as well. Su-85. But yeah, it's 2 tanks down with CrispyCream, just bringing straight away a new Su-85. And I guess it's gonna live as well. And close to 17 pounder, I guess. And comrade is coming back. It ventures to the other side. This Caddy Barrage. It's finding another Gran coming out of the base. The Commando gets one tapped by the P4.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
In full, yeah, quite full life, I guess. It's a very lucky shot yet again. But so is the Comet. So, we're definitely more blessed with the takedown of the 5 model commandos in the middle. It's very unlikely. Up to the task here as well.
The Firefly is ready to give someone a bloody nose. We've 75 points left.
And it's gonna live, I guess. Yeah. X is still low, somewhat on infantry, I'd say. 70-pounder is prepared. 2 decent shots here upon the Brumba. Also the allies with a lot of catches, I guess. That's how they spend their manpower.
Emplacement under attack.
It's bringing in lots of ammunition, I guess. And the Panther's coming in.
Enemy causing trouble. Trying to take
In the
one
end,
of our
not going for the caddy here, I'm afraid. Here's the snare as well. I'm afraid that's a Panther down here.
emplacement is being attacked.
Yes, it is. 3 Panther to go from Aljosa. It's also losing his obers to the barrage, so very low here on mainline infantry, I'm afraid. Elephant is ready though, dealing with the Comet. But so is indeed the battery 70-pounder here. And there goes another con, I'd say, and the Pioneers for Jhiaxus to the Mitress, I'm afraid. And I guess now Jhia lost the connection after that one. And I'm afraid that will be an elephant down here. And yeah, X is already far behind here with the Armyville, you know. Based upon losing the elephant, of course. They're slow on BPs, but for the last 10 to 20 minutes, definitely doing well here upon the middle. Also just in with a fresh build Firefly, I'm afraid. And setting up the BOBERS for the middle. We're giving it another try.
Downed enemies trying to take a point
In the
from us.
castle, but
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
it's not possible. It's too much armor around, I'm afraid. I mean, P4 with the bounce, but... and the miss, but yeah. This surrender. P4 about to die as well, and yes, the game is lost, I'm afraid. Let's have a look at the units. Dress doing very well with 23 kills. So the Comet with 13 kills. Section's not too bad into the game. Yeah, obviously the 17 pounder with some good control for the allies upon the map. 28 kills for the mortar pit. I guess in the end, the Soviet with some losses in terms of the conscript, for building though the infantry as well. And thanks for raid, I guess, Live Raptor. We had some fun as well today. New very Sunday, and yeah, Jhiaxus was losing some units, so upon being replaced by the AI. Rumba though doing not too bad with 21 kills, and Yosha really struggling with his infantry overall. Losing most of it, but yeah, decent stats here obviously for the KT and the P4. Oh yeah, Jhiaxus rather, I guess, with not the very best KD in this game versus the Brit. Yosha not having a too great KD as well, but I guess it's alright versus the conscript. But yeah, both the allies and the Axis in the end with some great army values, I guess. Being both somewhat pop capped as well. As you can see here as well. Because when the A losing some units here from 90 pop cap, and Yosha as well, but a little bit early on I think with the Panther. Indeed, okay. And it's ace game. The BOBERS, Alyosha and Jhiaxus with Alyosha as the Brits and Jhiaxus with the Soviets versus Radu here as the Austria, and with him CrispyCreamCookie as the OKW on Feats of Winnick and Donk. And it is indeed conscripts again for Jhiaxus like in the previous game. Game 1 I guess it was, right? And it's gonna be Brits for Alyosha. Also have Volkswagen is coming in for the OKW and the MG. No, another Pioneer. Okay,
Pioneers ready for assignment.
interesting. What do you also the double Pioneer with the Grenadier?
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
Pioneers reporting objective captured.
Yeah, it's indeed the Team Raptor with the most experience as its leader. Like that's true no matter what, I'm sure of that. And we have no sniper but another Grenadier. Pioneers.
We have liberated the objective.
This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
I guess Axis securing the fuel first here very well, so the allies bringing up some sandbags as well. Some nice wiring from the Sturm Pioneers.
Enemy troops attacking.
Just coming in, ready for the VP. Yeah, nice cut off here with the Pioneers early on
Grenadier squad is ready.
from the Axis as well. And Jhiaxus will be just collecting his unit mass here for going in. Yeah, decapping hitty cutoff with the force of the unit mass. In time, spending the fuel here with dissections for Yosha and sending over the UC as well as some sort of first aid here. Some sneaky mines, but guess the Brotherhood player is very aware of that, I'm afraid. Yosha now of course only defense. Missing here the UC help out.
MG42 team is ready for action.
And now the UC is indeed behind with a lot of damage. So Yosha will be successful here, defending. Meanwhile, Jhiaxus indeed taking X fuel for himself as well.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Flame a Pioneer with quite the damage in. Yeah, very nice burst, I guess. So, fuel will be regained, possibly. Oh no, he hits the mine though. That turns around the engagement for Yosha with the UC also coming in, so. Yeah, because it's anyway ace games, it's the same score now.
We can now build light mechanized infantry.
With the command you can find them, with the bracket command.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
And yeah, back on the field with the sections, and there will be the 6-pounder as well for Yosha. See coming over to the middle, realizing this indeed the Grins coming in.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
And yeah, there is the Kubel, but so far not of very great use, I'm afraid. Upgrade gets cancelled. And indeed, at least the Kubel can partially decap the fuel income for the allies, but I guess the damage is already done with the advantage here for the allies in the end. And Jhiaxus is just coming in with the numbers and the T70 very soon after. That's indeed a quite early T70 here for him, but very reasonable with the fuel advantage as well overall.
Light tank ready for orders.
In the middle though. You see, it gets destroyed here with the 222 coming in from behind. Very sneaky. Yeah, Yosha really trying to cover here. A lot of space around the map, I guess. To yes, be coming in here, looking for the other side, I guess, scouting any units, and indeed there is just one section, I guess. Meantime, it's gonna be the Raketen. And Cube is gonna live eventually. Impacts also get finished off here in the end. And 70 is gonna be repaired quite fast here with the double engineer, of course. And units will be safe here as well. Now the Axis, I guess, making somewhat, at least for this moment, back into the game. Being able to obtain here the few as well, possibly, or at least decap it, setting up some S-mines, I guess. It's just coming in also with the sweeper, so he's very repaired for that. And we have already Jhiaxus with the heavy Dushka. Playing here the defensive tactics, which of course with the infiltration commandos. Gonna be the breakthrough for the OKW with the somewhat, I guess, late Fusiliers after the Fox Grenadiers coming in. Need to aim here, I guess, for the S-mines maybe. Connecting though to the 2-2-2. And there is another decap here behind Aljosa, so he was gonna be disconnected yet again, but 70 will be coming in. Gonna be treating those straight away. 70 with some lucky shots. He's seeing some decent damage. Might be able to take down the Grenadiers as well, I guess. And turn though Jax on the run from the fuel here, and he seems to get in some real nice shots here, so I guess that's a dead Gren in the end. And this, I have to fall back here, and they're just stealing is fine the damage. $70 cannot be in combat and decap. T3 setting up as well.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to
Because
take
for
one of our
Aljosa
points.
coming in. Obviously it's gonna be still somewhat away
Supplies
here
looking a bit
to
squiffy. Line's been cut.
probably favorite combat here, I guess, for Aljosa.
New machine gun crew ready and waiting.
Bring in now though the mortar pit. And Radu here just really busy with the offset, trying to decap as much as possible the fuel for the allies, of course. But yeah, being down one Gran is definitely gonna help here Aljosa maintaining his map control. Cons behind the Pioneer, that's dangerous, I guess, to retreat. Not the concussion, but really finding one unit here. They might go down, I guess. Guess just barely lives. Exit back, I guess. And Penny is gonna live as well, so let's say that's just fair enough here as a result. It's gonna be the Fricans versus the very one Fusilier here. And it's also gonna fall back. Being able to fence off here.
Tactics are ready for use.
Commanders, of course, with the high DPS nearby. And there's, of course, the captain still being present. So I guess it's gonna cap the VP, so does Aljosa.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
I think this wasn't casted by Erpan. Because I was also there, but not streaming when... because we had that connection issue dilemma with the rematch. So I'm not too sure. I think Erpan casted a different series. I think Erpan casted the games against the Turkish
Our capture
team.
point.
Yeah.
They're trying to take it.
Whatever, I'm gonna cover this for YouTube, of course, as well.
Hang on, chaps.
So far with one kill, but almost that one already. The game so far quite even, I'd say. In the axis with some losses, but still, as you can see, army values are pretty fine. We have again somewhat the VP control. VP also about even, I'd say, overall. Less with a little bit of an advantage here, but yeah. Axis about to equalize. Getting in the triple VP cap here. But there is indeed the first medium tank, I guess, for the turnaround, and return the Stuckis being ready for the middle.
Enemy forces are securing our
A nice mine here. Pushing off, I think, 5 models, right? Or 4 models. Or 5 models. So some decent manpower for the ammunition. Decent ground attack. Also following up here. Hitting another mine. It's definitely gonna be costly. But there is the P4 as well. For the OKW player. I know we have the allies yet again with the VP control coming in. Body is there to defend. Of course the sandbags, but now Aljosa is in with the Comet. We want to finish off with the Stuck-E, but I think that's not gonna be possible here. A lot of ATs lining up, but Duschka finds the Kübel here. Also Kübel here showing the rear, not helping at all, of course.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Ready to shoot!
So in return now yet again Allies with the triple VP cap. They're just going up and down. You will be ready very soon. Grenade with some decent damage. Section is gonna live. Gren gets too scared for trying to finish off the section, I'd say. Yeah, G already setting up some new landmines for the defense. There is actually no sweeper. That is almost a dead a pioneer here, of course. Still the axe is somewhat managing to get back to the VPs yet again, but the difference already is growing overall. More and more struggling, I guess, to hold the VPs, but as long as we have one, it's just as fine, I guess. Pushka is gonna leave the house. It's gonna take a while to be repaired. 7 is coming back in to help. Snared eventually, and just in the house again, but it's of course incendiary and it's really behind. We have to land just for the medal here, focusing. Or for the MG42, just taking it down. That's safe, I guess.
The sector is at risk.
Coming in again. There is the Raketten. This can whiff the block, I'm afraid. So this is this barrage, but putting out any damage here in time. Yusha been just fine so far against the Oster. Ikra now with the house is gonna come in yet again for the VP though, so is the Comet.
A capture point is being overrun.
So you might just bring in another unit, I guess, and it's not possible with the unfinished Panzer Corps here. That's what's Pioneer doing. It's trying to go, I guess, for the VPs, yeah. But Comet is there to repel. Could bring in, I guess, Panther something for the Comet. Definitely would help with taking over the other side. Comet's coming in, but success with the trench as well. It's gonna be the triple VP lead again for the Allies. It's now rather low on VPs overall, of course. they have definitely some fast repairs here. Seems X might be also going for the KT or maybe a Stuka. And we have Caddy for Jhiaxus, but friends are coming in yet again for the contest, so they're really making good use of trying to cover the entire map. Really aiming for the Raketen though, no success it seems. Turn, make some covering the middle. I said again, 2-2. A double miss here from Aljosa. It's gonna live. It will be coming in for the Grenadier. Yes, indeed, the demo charge. Was. Not successful with the shot. And demo charge and the Gammon Bomb are definitely misplaced here. So there won't be any wipe. In return now, 2-2, gonna go in and finish off at 6-pounder, I suppose, or not. But it's also on the way coming back. And 2-2, I guess, just gonna drive into it, but misses again. And I guess Russia will be cut again. It's almost below 100 VPs. That's not too unrealistic to happen. Caddy's ready. T3 for finishing off here. One-shotting the Grenadiers, I'm afraid. It's very unfortunate for the Oster player yet again, who's now bringing in a Panther quite late. Yes, Panther will have to deal with the double Comet. With a good barrage. He is gonna live though. But they are very low on HP. And there's another Trust barrage here straight. A nice grenade, I guess. Was it a P? Not sure. And that hurt. There is the sector artillery now for the Axis as well for defending the VP, but I guess the Yusha will be coming in anyways with the deep dive here upon the P4. And it seems the Comet is just gonna take out the P4 and the Panther won't be of any help. And that's that 2-2 as well. And to realizing too late what's going on, so see with the losses, I guess that's not gonna help making it back into the game. So it might also die here, but now there is the Panther. And is indeed need to overwatch as well. And the Panther here. The final ram also connecting the engine damage. And that's a very dead Panther here straight away. Yes it is. T4's gonna die of it as well, so it's after all two T-34s for Panther, that seems quite the even trade actually, but the Ulster play having to deal with the double combat is gonna have some issues with that. Seems it might be the JT, I'm not sure, or the KT, but it's quite the floating around of amount of resources for Crispy here with the OKW. Pioneer gets wiped as well, I'm afraid. And it's a pack 40 gone. KT's coming in, but damage done already, I'm afraid. And they surrender. Well, Gia, I was talking about just the Panther having nothing to do with the other engagement, but the two T-34s. That was like a new engagement, like the T-34 upon Raketten. I was just looking for that. It's like two different situations already. But yeah, Austria doing quite poorly, I'm afraid, in terms of the KD versus the Brit. And yeah, it's not that much of a difference for the OKW player, not doing too well as well. But yeah, in the end, kind of the main I think issue here, I guess access very floating resources, but not putting them into units. Like, should have been a Panther sooner, and then they possibly would have been able to defend themselves against that dive, but failing to go for that, I'm afraid. And also for that, losing a lot of P control and grip upon the game and the series in the end after all, let's say. With having the feeling not being able to come back as well, I guess. Yeah, Boba's taking in the win in the ace game though, but rather decisive in the ace game as well, and losing second game very closely, also based on the disconnect, with a rather decisive first match win as well. So I guess in the end a very deserved win here for the BOBERS, making it with this series, I guess, to the small finals as well.